Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's ITL. Yeah, you see we're out in the back porch. The weather's really holding off. It's chilly out, though. This week, actually, I decided to basically... Actually, I had in mind to bring aboard a new radio to me. Well, I've had a couple different versions not put together of it, but I have a Pixie kit that QRP radio that I got. It was pretty put together and everything. I was going to introduce it, but I'll do that a little later. I figured, you know what, I've been talking off and on to a few of my subscribers, and it seems to me that I tend to lose them a little bit on my rate whenever I start talking radios, and a few of them, I mean, they kind of relate, well, their off-roading and their past experience with truck driving and stuff with with one of these. Yeah, it's an old CB radio. That one there's actually, it's a, high gain one from the mid-70s. And, yeah, the old girl still works. Not gonna destroy it. The old girl still works pretty decent. And I'll bring out this. Everybody knows this. Yeah, my UB5R. I bring this out a lot. And whenever I start talking about one of these, I lose a few of my subscribers. They say that it's kind of over their head what I talk about. And whenever I talk about antennas and stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute. And that's exactly what I'm doing right about now. I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Let me go back a little bit. The CB radio. You guys that knows about the CB radios from back in the 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You know, whenever I talk about ham radios, I'm not talking about much different. Actually, they're both radios. They both send and receive frequencies, and you can talk with both of them. It's like, well, that's the only difference. The only thing that's the same. Not really. I mean, the main difference is one's regulated, one's not. And the CB radio is just a different frequencies, and that's all you're working with, different frequencies. It's other than that, I mean, whenever you're talking, an antenna is an antenna. Whenever you're talking ham radio, CB radios, back in the days, if you remember right, it wasn't really the radios helped, had a decent radio, but the main thing about it, what really got you out, was a good antenna. It's really the same thing with ham radios. It really is. I mean, you can have, you can have the UB5R. Whenever you get it stock, it comes with a little teeny rubber duck antenna. It doesn't send or receive very well, so you always end up upgrading. Then to go with what I do is I end up homebrewing better antennas that does even better. So I mean, and you can actually technically. Yeah, I know a lot of my friends, they thought you had to buy CB antennas. Well, if you're going to use it for like a, say, turn one into like a base unit, you know, change power supply in it, go 12-volt power supply, and you want to do it in your house, you can homebrew an antenna for it. Really similar, just different lengths of what I'm using for the UV5R. Or what I'll be doing with the Pixie. The Pixie kit's actually a 40 meter. You're doing with different lengths of wire. That's basically it. I mean, yeah, doing the mathematics over the different length antennas and stuff could be losing you. It loses me. But there's apps you can use for that. I mean, it loses to me because, well, it doesn't help dyslexia whenever you're talking mathematics, work with numbers and stuff. It doesn't really help at all. But I mean, there's no sense of getting frustrated or feel like it's over your head or anything. It's just a radio. It's just a radio. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and pop up a couple of, see if I can pop up a couple of pictures of different radios. I mean, one's a receiver, I know, but really, whenever you're working with that, the antenna is a big thing. Getting the right size antenna to the frequencies you're trying to pull in and everything else really makes a big difference. I mean, then I'll pop in, see if I can pop in the picture of the Pixie kit I got. Like I said, I got the Pixie kit. I got the radio itself part. I just got it in not too long ago, and this one here was put together, tested. I know it works. The last ones I had, I actually cooked the board by accident by trying to solder the joints together. But saying that, I mean, I'll be using the paddle kit, the paddle that Ron C passed on to me for it, and I actually got a kit that I'm wanting to put together and get that working for it, and it's basically homebrew my my QRP radio setup, and hopefully have so I can basically take it off the grid in a roundabout way and deploy my antenna. And I know it's very limiting with the band for the QRP for the Pixie kit. I know it's still usable. I've heard and seen many people use them and work with them. But yeah, like I said, I noticed that I was. It was like I was talking over some of my subscribers' heads, and I'm like, no, this is not meant to be a learning channel. This is meant to basically show you guys what I come across, and if it helps you guys move on or experience something new in your life, great. If it doesn't, that's all right too. But I'd never want to have any of my subscribers think I'm talking down to them or talking over their head, because I mean, if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. And if it's over your head a little bit, I mean, if you feel like it's over your head a little bit, I mean, I'm willing to sit there and revisit and try to help you guys out if you're interested in it. But I mean, it's like, there's a few subscribers that I talked to. They said, "Well, this is just over my head." And one of them, for example, I don't know if he wanted me to put his name out there, but I'll do it anyway. Motomat, man. Motomat. I mean, and I know Motomat, dude, with his off-roading experience, he's used to the CBs. And it's the ham radio, except for have to get a ticket, a license for it. Yeah, the technicians isn't that hard, really. I had troubles with it with my dyslexia, but that's my issues. That's just my issues. But anyway, it's like, you could do this too, Matt. It's not, if you're interested in something like this, you can do it too. It's not a big deal. You don't have to really get into the technical part for the technician license. But to understand the UHF, VHF, well, you got most of the thoughts already down pat with working and setting up your own radios back in the day for off-roading. I mean, setting up antennas, understand how antennas work and stuff, the radios, it's the same. It's same. It's just different frequencies. One's not regulated, the other one is regulated by the FCC. Not a big deal at all. Not a big deal at all. I figured I'd throw this out for you guys just to let you know, basically see if I can throw out a little bit of boost of confidence so you, because this is not a big deal. I know I'm having fun with it anyway, and I'll be going to the HF, with the 40 meter, just what I'm allowed to do with the with the QRPs. Oh, my mind's. Yeah. But this is MuzzleMike. Hoping you all have a great week. Signing out.